7 huge EastEnders spoilers airing from Monday 4th to Thursday 7th May. And one shocking return could change everything. Twisted villain Eddie Knight is back, bringing a bombshell that threatens to tear George's world apart, while grief continues to ripple through Albert Square after Nigel's death. As Phil Mitchell starts to crumble in silence, Max Branning takes a risky new step with Cindy. Tensions explode between Ian and Elaine, and old wounds begin reopening across the square. With family feuds, emotional fallout, and dangerous secrets all building, next week promises drama from start to finish. Here are the 7 biggest EastEnders spoilers you need to know.
George and Nicola return home, expecting a happy new chapter with baby Ivy, but the celebrations are quickly overshadowed when a shocking secret comes to light. What starts as an emotional family moment soon turns into major drama when Eddie Knight makes a twisted return, revealing a devastating bombshell that leaves George shaken and old wounds ripped open once again. As Eddie's return sends shockwaves through the Knight family, George is forced to face painful emotions he thought were buried for good, while Nicola takes drastic action to protect her family. But with tensions rising and loyalties tested, the question is, can Eddie really be kept away, or is his return only the beginning of much darker trouble?
Phil is still reeling from Nigel's death, and his grief starts showing as he reaches out to Grant, hoping to find some comfort. But instead of support, Phil faces more heartbreak when both Grant and Mark keep their distance, leaving him feeling more alone than ever at a time he needs family most. Elsewhere, Julie tries to carry her pain in silence as she prepares to collect Nigel's belongings on her own, determined not to burden Phil. But when Kat sees Julie struggling, emotions spill over and the truth comes out, leading Kat to confront Phil and Sam in scenes packed with tension. That confrontation could change everything, as they finally come together to support Julie on a deeply emotional visit to the care home. But the biggest twist comes when Julie finds a letter Nigel left behind, and with her too afraid to read it, there's a huge question hanging over Walford about what Nigel wanted to say.
Walford's local election turns vicious next week, and Ian may have just made the biggest mistake of his campaign. A dirty smear video, a shocking betrayal, and a secret that explodes online could leave Elaine out for revenge. But has Ian gone too far this time? Ian throws himself into his councillor campaign, determined to beat Elaine, but panic sets in when he realises much of Walford is backing her instead. In desperation, he tries winning over Harvey, Howie and Mo at the allotments, only for it to blow up in his face. Then Bea Pollard pushes things in a much darker direction, urging Ian to go negative with a smear campaign against Elaine. Ian resists at first, but after Oscar Branning humiliates him by swapping his speech and leaving him floundering in public, he makes a reckless choice that could change everything. Still reeling from the disaster, Ian vents at Jimmy's birthday party and finally gives Bea the green light to release the attack video. It doesn't take long for Walford to erupt as the anonymous clip spreads online, with gossip flying around the square. Unaware of the chaos unfolding, Elaine heads to Beale's Eels to wish Ian luck, while he scrambles to reach Bea and stop the damage before it's too late. But Cindy reveals the truth to Elaine, and the fallout is immediate as she storms over to confront Ian. As election day arrives, tensions are running high. Bea works the crowd for every last vote, while Ian desperately tries to limit the damage.
Is Linda Carter about to lose Max for good, just as Grant Mitchell steps into her life at exactly the right moment? Next week, heartbreak, jealousy, and one life-changing decision leave Linda standing at a crossroads, and I think this could be the start of a much bigger story. Linda is rocked watching Max and Cindy grow closer, and no matter how hard she tries to hide it, the jealousy is impossible to ignore. Grant urges her to stop chasing old pain and start thinking about her own future, and that advice seems to hit home when Elaine reveals Johnny is struggling financially. In a surprise move, Linda decides to sell her share of Fox and Hare, a decision that feels less about business and more about turning a page. Personally, I think this feels like Linda trying to regain control of her life after months of emotional chaos. But things unravel when Linda offers Johnny money and he shuts her down completely, leaving her crushed. Even Grant can't get through when he tries to lift her mood, with Linda pushing him away in frustration. Yet Grant doesn't walk off, and that's what stands out. His later confrontation with Johnny suggests he may understand Linda better than most. Honestly, there's a real sense the show could be planting early seeds for something deeper between Linda and Grant. Meanwhile, Max and Cindy's birthday celebration takes a tense turn when Max learns Linda has moved on with someone else. His jealousy says plenty, and Cindy seems to sense it too.
Harry Mitchell helps Gina Knight amid monetary worries at the restaurant. A secret money deal could put Harry's barn in serious danger next week, and when Nicola uncovers the truth, Harry and Gina are left fighting to stop everything slipping through their fingers. But is the business already beyond saving? Gina turns to Harry for help when problems start piling up at Night Fusion, and he agrees to loan her money from Harry's barn to cover the gaps. It seems like a quick fix at first, but the secret doesn't stay buried for long. Trouble hits when Nicola is blindsided by her accountant, who reveals the bar is already running at a loss, turning what looked like support into a full-blown crisis. With nowhere left to hide, Harry and Gina are forced to admit what they've done, and the fallout is immediate. Harry desperately tries to convince Nicola not to sell, pleading for one last chance to save the business before it's too late. I actually think this could be setting up major trouble for Harry, because once money secrets start coming out in Walford, they rarely end quietly. There's also something bigger brewing beneath it all. This feels less like a simple financial wobble and more like the start of a collapse. If Nicola loses faith, Harry could lose far more than the bar. And knowing EastEnders, when a business starts crumbling, family loyalties usually go with it. The Queen Vic is losing punters to the Walford allotments. Kat Slater is fuming next week when she discovers a quiet betrayal brewing right under her nose. And trust Kat, she doesn't take it lightly. But could a secret drinking spot at the allotments spark a fresh feud? Kat and Alfie are stunned when they realise some of their loyal regulars have been ditching their place in favour of sneaky drinks at the allotments. What starts as an annoying discovery quickly turns personal, especially for Kat, who sees it as a slap in the face after everything they've put into the business. And true to form, Kat wastes no time saying exactly what she thinks. When she confronts Howie and Harvey over the secret get-togethers, she lets rip in classic Kat style, making it clear she won't tolerate being taken for granted. Honestly, this feels like one of those classic EastEnders moments that mixes humour with brewing tension, and it could easily spiral into something bigger. Sam Mitchell urges Denise Fox to seek medical attention. Denise Fox is clearly running on empty next week, and when Sam Mitchell catches her asleep in the salon, it raises more than a few concerns. But could a surprising business idea end up offering her a way out? Denise's exhaustion becomes impossible to ignore when Sam finds her dozing off at Fox and Hare. Worrying about her well-being, Sam gently checks in, and Denise admits she's already taken steps to get things sorted by booking a doctor's appointment. It's a small moment, but it shows just how much pressure Denise has been under lately, trying to keep everything together. Later, Sam tries to be practical rather than just sympathetic, suggesting a possible solution that could help ease the strain.
With Linda stepping away from the business, Sam floats the idea that Jack could invest in Fox and Hare, giving it a much-needed financial boost and stability. It's not just about money, it could be what keeps the salon afloat during a very uncertain time. Now, whether Jack actually agrees or not is a different story, but this could be a turning point for Denise. If support comes from unexpected places, Fox and Hare might just survive this rough patch. But in Walford, nothing stays simple for long.